Hong Kong Directors, your weekly magazine show, bring you the best of the Hong Kong racing right through the course of the year. Terrific to have you joining us for this episode as we look ahead to the meeting coming up at Sha Tin at the weekend, as well as the terrific trainers battle that is underway at the moment with 6 meetings left to go. Caspar Fownes and John Size are head-to-head, and they were head-to-head on Wednesday night again at Happy Valley. We're weighing in with Harry Bentley. He was a deserved winner on Wednesday night at Happy Valley as well, with Classic Posh for David Hall. And Saturday coming up at Sha Tin, a mixed program across the turf and the all-weather. And we look at the main race, Class 2 over 1,200 metres, which is race number 10. I'm joined by racing advisor for the Racing Club here in Hong Kong, Darryl Anderson. Darryl, thanks for coming into the studio. We're looking ahead to the weekend's racing, but the season for the Racing Club, it's been a little tough for everybody with the COVID-19 pandemic, and certainly in terms of members being able to get to the track, been a little light on numbers there.
Yeah, g'day Tom. Yeah, it has. I mean, it's been challenging, hasn't it, for everybody, but for our members, our subsidiary group, the Racing Club, yeah, it has been a little bit challenging, with only up to, I guess, 50% of the facilities being utilised at any given time during the course of the season. But, you know, haven't we been lucky here in Hong Kong? The Jockey Club have done a wonderful job to keep the bubble intact and for us to be able to keep racing. And I think for the members, even though they haven't, a lot of them, been able to get there, they've been able to enjoy the racing from at home on their devices and be able to, yeah, just enjoy the racing that is you know, one of the greatest jurisdictions in the world.
Absolutely, and for the members that have been able to get to the track and the people that have been lucky enough to get into the Racing Club, but they've got some wonderful facilities up there. It's both Sha Tin and Happy Valley.
Yeah, we do, and we're perched fairly high in both grandstands as well. So yeah, we're very, very lucky. High-class restaurants and bars, and yeah, the facilities are outstanding. And anybody certainly in this area that may want to, you know, consider moving into the Jockey Club membership, then the Racing Club or the young members subsidiary groups are definitely the passage in.
And for Darryl, those that aren't aware, of course, we've got the horses here in Hong Kong with the prefix at the beginning of their name as Young. They are part of the Racing Club stable of horses.
Yep, and we've got one going around this Sunday, Tom, Young Legend, who goes around in the last race that we'll preview very shortly. Yeah, 5 permits that the members have a syndicate share in, and they get very excited each and every time they line up. They get the opportunity to go into a draw, to go down and visit the trainer and the jockey in the parade ring prior, and also get the winning photo should we be successful. So yeah, that's just one of the bonuses, if you like, of being a member at the Racing Club.
Yeah, absolutely, and thrilling for the connections there when they do have a winner. Trainers battle are really heating up here in Hong Kong as we build into the last 6 meetings of the 2021 season. A great clash between Caspar Fownes and also with John Size. They locked horns again on Wednesday night, but let's revisit one of their past battles going back a few years.
Oh yeah, it was, geez, going into the meeting, it was pretty stressful, but we had prepared the horses really well to fight and try and get the job done, and I'm glad we got it done. You know, it was a very exciting day. Back and forth, we were trading blows. Hopefully it's not like that this season, but it's been great. It was a great day. And yeah, very memorable to get that result that day.
Flying Keeper's coming down the outside. Joyful Luck in front. Flying Keeper with a big run in the middle of the track. Massive and Archer's Bow battling away. Wide out Flying Keeper. He's getting very wide. Flying Keeper, but Caspar Fownes would take out the second.
Flying Keeper, the most raced horse here in Hong Kong this season, has come with a big barnstorming run to put Caspar Fownes level again with John Size after 2 races.
Lovely Boy going strongly. Lovely Boy inside the 200 metres. Jade Pippo goes to second, then California Rock. Caspar Fownes draws to the front in the Trainers' Premiership. Lovely Boy bolts in. Oh, it had all the scripts today, and this is going down to the wire. Hidden Value launches his claim now. Hidden Value races up to hit the lead. Ultimate Glorious squeezing through the centre. It's Hidden Value in front. Amazing Always down the outside. And Verdane with a late split. Hidden Value's just in front. Here's another one for Caspar. Well, Caspar goes 2 wins in front. Well, he's really put the pressure on John Size now. Luger's 3 off them. He's starting to close off strongly now. Multi-Victory in front, but here's Big Luger on the outside, charging to the lead, and away goes the hot favourite. Luger comes away to win it by 2.5. John Size goes 1 back. He's 1 behind Caspar Fownes, but it's very important with the seconds now. Gun Pit's trying to run a minor place, but Fantastic Carcass drawn clear from Gun Pit, who gets going late. Then Flying Unicorn, but Fantastic Carcass for the money. Beats Gun Pit, who got up to run second, and the Trainers' Premiership will go down to the last. It has been a tremendous season of racing. It gets down to the last. John Size very likely to win this, finish on 62 wins, equal with Caspar Fownes, but on a countback, Caspar Fownes will win the Trainers' Premiership unless John Size happens to spring a dead heat. There's been 3 of them this season. What are the odds of that happening? Rewarding Hero comes down the outside. Wonderful moments in front. Rewarding Hero is trying hard. Then Travel Brother. Wonderful moments in front. Rewarding Hero makes a last dive on the outside. They split it. A thriller in the last. Rewarding Hero dives there at Wonderful Moments. A finish like that really epitomises the season here in Hong Kong. What a thrilling finish to the last.
It's quite amazing.
It is, and that takes John Size onto the same amount of winners as Caspar Fownes, but he'll lose on a countback.
Both trainers have been fantastic through the year. Big day from Caspar to come from behind and showed what a great champion he is. I think it's his 3rd title.
Absolutely.
And fantastic effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now announce a champion trainer, and this is a moment we've all been waiting for. This year's champion trainer is Caspar Fownes.
Like anything, there's no extra money involved, so it's about face, it's about getting there and just being competitive and trying to do well. Those emotions you can't buy, you know. Your family is my life, you know. Right now I've got my beautiful wife Alex and my boys, so it's you know, they support me immensely over here in Hong Kong, and I want to do it for them and also for my mum and for Dad's memory as well. So we're there to fight, and hopefully we can make it exciting for everyone.
Caspar Fownes looking to rack up his 4th Trainers' Championship, that going back to 2014. Darryl, the margin as we have a look at it now stands at 7, but it's actually officially 6 because there is a dead heat involved there for Caspar as well.
Yeah, what a season it's been. A completely different, hasn't it, been to last season with Caspar getting off to a flyer and then just going through a little quiet patch towards the beginning of this year, and John Size clawing back, getting his nose in front, and then, as Caspar referenced in that interview, a wonderful weekend last weekend with a 5-timer at Sha Tin. So he's clearly the favourite now, and deservedly so. He's really, you know, been focused on winning this championship again.
Across the last 10 meetings, Caspar Fownes has had 16 winners. That's certainly been boosted up by the 5-timer he had last weekend at Sha Tin. Across the same period of meetings, John Size has only had half that. He's only had 8 winners. So Caspar, with his nose in front, he was able to get a win on Wednesday night at the Valley, was Caspar, but John Size was able to strike back, so that margin does remain the same. Do you think Caspar's certainly got that one hand on the trophy, Darryl?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I read in the, might have been South China Morning Post, I'm not quite sure, but I read somewhere where John was asked, you know, does he have the firepower to strike back? And I think the short answer was no. So, yeah, I think probably one hand on the trophy for sure.
Yeah, it certainly comes down to these last 6 meetings. Speaking of the last 6 meetings, let's have a quick look at who they've got engaged through the course of the program coming up at Sha Tin on Saturday afternoon. This is Caspar Fownes' lot. He's got Super Kin, Arrogant, Pure Legend, Tangmere, Invincible Missile and Royal Bomb. Invincible Missile is an interesting runner, Darryl. He's changed stables. What would you fancy out of the lineup there of Caspar's?
Yeah, I think probably Invincible Missile. I don't think he's quite fulfilled what he promised a little bit earlier on in the season. If Caspar can, you know, get a length or 2 out of him, I think, you know, he's possibly the one that Caspar will be hedging his bets on, so to speak, this weekend. But I would say clearly John Size has got the better representation of the 2 on Saturday.
Yeah, let's have a look at John Size, his runners through the course of Saturday. Aerosonic, Blaze Warrior, well, he was terrific first up. Nobleman. Elon hasn't quite lived up to some of the early potential we thought he might have had. Leap of Faith was good last time out. Drops of God is the winner of one of his 2 starts, and then he's mob-handed in the last with Hong Kong wind shining ace, Wind and Grass. Definitely like Blade's Warrior, and I think Darryl Drops of Gold can certainly bounce back.
Yeah, totally agree. Drops of God was super on debut, and then just had a tough trip last time out. So if you go on the debut run, you'd probably want to have a gold coin on him.
Yeah, certainly is. So with 6 meetings left to go into the trainers' title, still very much on, but plenty of people in agreement that Caspar at this stage appears to have one hand on the trainers' trophy. Coming up after the break here on Hong Kong Direct, we'll be having a chat with Harry Bentley. He weighs in for this week after a winner on Wednesday night at Happy Valley. We're also having a look at the final race coming up at Sha Tin on Saturday afternoon. But as we go to the break, there's plenty of prizes up for grabs. You can win some of them for the Most Popular Jockey and Horse Award for 2021.
Voting for the Most Popular Horse of the Year 2021. Golden 60. Hot King Prawn. Panfield. Sky Darcy. Waikuku. Wellington. Voting for the Most Popular Jockey of the Year 2021. Alexi Bedell. Jerry Chow. Vincent Ho. Joe Moreira. Zach Purton. Caris Teaton. Vote now and support your favourites.
Welcome back to the second part of the show. More coming up shortly from Darryl Anderson, Racing Advisor for the Racing Club here in Hong Kong. But this week we're weighing in with Harry Bentley.
Hi everyone, I'm Harry Bentley, jockey from England. I get called Prince Harry quite a lot for, well, obvious reasons, Harry, and some people think I'm a bit posh. Always had ponies growing up, always riding horses. Family was quite into horse racing, more jump racing actually. But I was always the right size, and it was a path I always wanted to follow. Favourite horse would be Lamaso. He was a horse that gave me my first Group 1 winner, July Cup at Newmarket in the UK. Yeah, I won the Prix de la Forêt on him when the ARC meeting was held at Chantilly. So he was yeah, fantastic horse in my career and definitely one of the best. Yeah, in my short-lived career here so far, Vinci gave me my first winner at Happy Valley, so that would be an easy one.
Arrogant over on the inside has had the perfect run with Vinci over the top for Harry Bentley. What a go! And Bentley's on the board with Vinci.
Probably Frankie Dettori. Always grew up watching him, and I mean, his record speaks for itself. The fact that he's still 50 years of age and riding at the top and booting in Group 1 winners is unbelievable. Martin Dwyer would have to get this one. He never stops cracking the jokes. They're terrible, but he is quite amusing. I quite like the SAS motto, who dares wins. Long-term goals, I don't really set myself any real goals, but just to, you know, hopefully ride some more Group 1 winners, I guess. That would be up there and riding at the top level.
Nice to get a little bit more insight there, Darryl, on Harry Bentley. It was good to see him win on Wednesday night as well at Happy Valley on a David Hall trained runner who drifted in the market, Classic Posh.
Yeah, it was a nice sort of end to what was a rather damp night at the Valley. But yeah, it's been tough, hasn't it, for Harry? But that's not uncommon for jockeys, even the best of them coming to Hong Kong. This has to be one of the toughest, arguably one of the toughest racing jurisdictions to enter, with the likes of Zach Purton and Joe Moreira having such a strong hold on the racing here. So even the best that come from around the world tend to find it hard and take time to settle in and get some ascendancy. I mean, make a comparison with perhaps Blake Shin, the class jockey that he is. It took him a while to sort of get settled in and make those contacts and build those relationships. And now he seems to be going well. And let's hope that maybe Prince Harry can, over the next 6 months or so, the half season that he's been granted, be able to make some ascendancy as well.
Yeah, so licensed up until about the middle of February next year is Harry, 29, I should say. The 29-year-old who's had his 93rd odd ride this season, was able to get that win on the board Wednesday night, and he's hit the frame 3 times. He hasn't been too far away in other rides. 17 other second, third or fourth placings. And I guess that too, Darryl, is just from limited opportunities. Very
limited opportunities. You look at, the likes of Tony Picone and others that are very, very capable jockeys that do take a while, to get that trust amongst trainers and race fans and owners here in Hong Kong. And some will leave without being able to sort of get a stranglehold, if you like, or at least be able to get into a position to ride a number of winners each season. But those who stick it out, those with the perseverance like Blake, can be successful as well.
Now, with 6 meetings left to go here in Hong Kong, let's have a look at the schedule we've got for you over the next week or so. It is slightly different, of course. Racing at Sha Tin Saturday, the first race at 1 p.m. We're on air trackside live from 12:30 local time. Then we don't have Wednesday night Happy Valley. We've got a public holiday coming up in Hong Kong on Thursday. It's Reunification Day, and we've got the Hong Kong Reunification Cup and the Guangdong Hong Kong Cup. That program underway at 1 p.m. trackside live 12:30, and then we're back at Sha Tin again, and it's Chairman's Day coming up at Sha Tin again with a 12:30 on-air time, with the first race at around 1 p.m. So the next 3 meetings all coming up at Sha Tin. Speaking of Sha Tin, this weekend's meeting, the main race coming up is the final race from the program. It is Class 2 over 1,200 metres. Really good affair to round out the day, and it's got a horse that was very exciting on debut, Darryl, Naboo Attack. He weighed in at a big weight, 1,360 pounds, I think, from memory, and some question that, but gee, he didn't. He relished it.
Oh, he did. Of course, the pace probably suited him a little bit that day too. He's a beast, all right. But he was able to finish best over the likes of Mr. Croissant, who is a race rival again, and also Trillion Win, who I'm sure will be competitive again this weekend. But he was a monster who just sort of flew at the line late and was most impressive. It's a hard thing to do, isn't it, to come to Hong Kong and win in Class 2 first up, and he did it very impressively.
He certainly did. Barrier 12, he's drawn out wider this time round. Zach Purton gets on board. You'd expect he'd take natural improvement from that run. Would you be tipping him on top?
Yeah, I think so. Brave man to probably tip against him. Like I said, those other two, Mr. Croissant, I thought ran well, and Trillion Win, the other one who's drawn well, who's likely to sit somewhere near the speed, might be able to turn the tables. But maybe I think the winner would probably come out of those 3.
On the program at Saturday at Sha Tin, also got a special ceremony coming up before the first race. Of course, it was announced that Exultant has been officially retired by his connections out of the Tony Cruz stable. What a horse he was, Darryl, a 5-time Group 1 winner and last year's champion racehorse of the season.
Yeah, horse of the year, crowned twice, middle distance horse of the year, crowned twice, champion stayer of the year. He was a beauty, all right, a popular horse amongst race fans here in Hong Kong and around the world, popular with his jockey and popular with his trainer as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach Purton had a terrific association with him. He won 11 races, did Exultant, 11 times second as well, 5 thirds from 32 starts, and he was never ever worse than 5th placing. So that just showed what a terrific horse he was, and he was just always so casual in the parade ring.
And quite a plain horse too, but yeah, he had plenty of ticker, that's for sure.
Yeah, he certainly did. So it'd be great to farewell him with a proper ceremony coming up at Sha Tin on Saturday afternoon before the first. Darryl, thanks for coming into the studio. Look forward to catching you again at the weekend as we build into another good weekend of racing.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Saturday for us this week. But yeah, thanks for having me on the show, and happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you. Where else would I rather be? You're recording here, Hong Kong Direct with a fellow Kiwi on a Thursday afternoon. HKJC.com for all the information on the website regarding your racing coming up this weekend and into the future. And don't forget, all the information is there. As we leave you now here on Hong Kong Direct for this week, we're going to leave you with some of the past highlights of Exultant. What a horse he was. A Group 1 winner of 5 occasions, 2-time winner of the Champion and Chater Cup, QE2 Cup winner, Hong Kong Gold Cup winner and a Hong Kong Vase winner. A magnificent horse he was for Tony Cruz and Zach Purton.
My first words to describe Exultant would be pride.
He's still trying his best, and you know, he's certainly, if you could go to war with a horse, he'd be one.
He's top category type of horse, you know. He's a Group 1 type of horse. He never put a race wrong. He's got a good heart that he won't let another horse pass him.
Exultant in full flight in the Queen Mother Memorial Cup. Exultant by 6 lengths.
He loved the fight. He's probably the toughest. He's been a terrific horse for Hong Kong and for myself.
Exultant and Lee's Gracheur, a real cliffhanger in the vase. Exultant fights back and wins for Hong Kong. Exultant's clear from Southern Legend. It's a line-up for 3rd, but Exultant wins again. The Gold Cup and now the Champions and Chater. Exultant, brilliant.
A horse like Exultant is basically a game changer. It's brought a lot of highs, it's brought a lot of expectations and hope.
Exultant leads, Furore still a length to make up. It's QE2 redemption for Exultant. Exultant kicking over Shibano, Furore, Exultant in front. It's the high five of Group 1's Exultant.
He's connected us and just showing us, and hopefully the fans of Exultant, that determination and effort counts for quite a bit.